Golf is a game of precision, patience, and legendary moments. But every now and then, a single shot transcends the sport, changing history forever. From impossible aces to championship-winning putts, these are the shots that defined greatness. Stay tuned, because at number 1, we have a shot so miraculous it defied all odds. And if you love golf as much as we do, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more videos. Now, let's get started. Let's start with Tiger Woods' iconic chip-in on the 16th hole at the 2005 Masters, a moment that left the golf world in awe. It's the 16th hole at Augusta, and Tiger Woods is off the green, facing a near-impossible chip. The pin is tucked in a tricky location, and the slope makes stopping the ball near the hole seem impossible. But Tiger, always the master of the moment, visualizes the perfect shot. He strikes the ball high onto the slope, watching as it takes the perfect break. It rolls, slows down, and just as it seems like it might stop short, gravity does its work. The ball takes one last turn and drops in. The crowd erupts in pure euphoria. This shot wasn't just about skill. It was a defining moment that sealed his legacy, sending him on to win his 4th green jacket. Now, moving on to John van de Velde's heartbreaking collapse at the 1999 Open Championship, a moment no golfer ever wants to relive. Not all legendary shots are triumphs. Sometimes they're painful reminders of how unforgiving golf can be. John van de Velde had a 3-shot lead going into the final hole of the 1999 Open Championship at Carnoustie. Needing only a double bogey to secure victory, he pulled out a driver, an aggressive decision that led to disaster. His tee shot found the rough, his second shot hit the grandstand, and his third found the infamous Barry Burn. Instead of taking a penalty drop, he attempted an ill-advised shot from the water, sinking even further into trouble. Eventually, after a series of agonizing mistakes, he found himself in a playoff, where he lost the championship. His collapse became one of the most infamous moments in golf history. Let's talk about Tom Watson's incredible chip-in at the 1982 US Open, a shot that stunned even Jack Nicklaus. With the championship on the line, Tom Watson stood off the green at Pebble Beach's 17th hole, needing a miracle to stay ahead of Jack Nicklaus. The rough was thick, the green was lightning fast, and most players would have been happy just to get the ball close. But Watson had other plans. With his caddy telling him to get it close, Watson famously responded, "I'm gonna make it." He took a confident stroke, and the ball barely touched the green before dropping in. The gallery erupted, and Watson raised his arms in triumph. That shot didn't just save par, it secured his victory and remains one of the greatest clutch moments in golf history. Even Nicklaus, watching from the fairway, could only smile and shake his head in disbelief. Now, here's Bubba Watson's jaw-dropping hook shot at the 2012 Masters. A moment of pure creativity under pressure. Bubba Watson is no stranger to creative shot-making, but what he pulled off on the 10th hole during the 2012 Masters playoff was nothing short of magical. With the tournament on the line, he found himself deep in the woods, surrounded by towering trees and without a clear path to the green. Most players would have played it safe, but not Bubba. He visualized the impossible and executed a breathtaking 40-yard hook shot that snaked around the trees, landing just 15 feet from the hole. Moments later, he secured the green jacket, proving that sometimes audacity wins championships. Up next, Jack Nicklaus's legendary 1-iron at the 1972 US Open, a shot that showcased his unmatched precision. The 1-iron is notoriously difficult to hit, but Jack Nicklaus made it look effortless on Pebble Beach's demanding 17th hole during the 1972 US Open. Battling strong coastal winds, Nicklaus needed a perfect shot to keep his lead. He pulled out the rarely used 1-iron and made a pure, crisp strike. The ball flew like a missile, cutting through the wind before smacking the flagstick and settling just inches from the cup. The precision and control Nicklaus displayed under immense pressure cemented this as one of the most iconic shots in US Open history. That near-perfect approach virtually sealed his victory, giving him his 3rd US Open title. Now, let's talk about Phil Mickelson's daring shot off the pine straw at the 2010 Masters, a risk that paid off in spectacular fashion. Phil Mickelson has always been a gambler on the golf course, but his decision to go for the green from the pine straw on Augusta's 13th hole in the 2010 Masters was legendary. With a small opening between 2 trees and water guarding the front of the green, most players would have laid up. But Mickelson, trusting his skill and instincts, pulled out a 6-iron and hit a pure strike that sailed through the narrow gap, landed softly on the green, and rolled to within a few feet. The crowd erupted as he walked toward his ball, knowing he had just pulled off something special. That aggressive play helped him secure a birdie and maintain his momentum, ultimately leading to his 3rd green jacket. Now, we've seen some unbelievable shots so far, but I want to hear from you. What's the most incredible golf shot you've ever witnessed? Maybe it's one from this list, or maybe it's a hidden gem not many people talk about. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Next, we have Rory McIlroy's majestic 3-wood at the 2014 PGA Championship, a shot that turned the tide in his favor. With a 3-wood in hand and the weight of the tournament on his shoulders, McIlroy stepped up. He unleashed a towering 281-yard shot that cut through the dimming sky. The crowd held its breath as the ball soared, landed softly, and rolled within 7 feet of the pin, a moment that shifted the momentum in his favor. Next up, Payne Stewart's unforgettable putt at the 1999 US Open, a shot that sealed his legacy in the most dramatic way. With the championship on the line, Payne Stewart faced an 18-foot par putt on the final hole of the 1999 US Open at Pinehurst. The pressure was immense. He took his time, steadied himself, and rolled the putt with absolute precision. The ball tracked perfectly, dropping into the cup to seal his victory over Phil Mickelson. Stewart erupted in celebration, pumping his fist in triumph. That putt didn't just win him the US Open, it became one of the most emotional moments in golf history, especially given Stewart's tragic passing just months later. His legacy endures, and that final putt remains a symbol of determination and grace under pressure. Now let's go back in time to Francis Ouimet's clutch shot at the 1913 US Open, a moment that changed the sport forever. Francis Ouimet wasn't supposed to win. A 20-year-old amateur taking on 2 of Britain's greatest players, Harry Vardon and Ted Ray, he was expected to crumble under pressure. But on the final hole of the 1913 US Open, he delivered a flawless approach shot, landing just feet from the cup. Moments later, he tapped in the putt that sent shockwaves through the golfing world. This wasn't just a victory, it was a revolution. Ouimet's triumph proved that the sport wasn't just for the elite, inspiring generations of everyday golfers to chase their dreams. And finally, we can't forget Tiger Woods' better-than-most putt at the 2001 Players' Championship, a call and a shot that will never be forgotten. On the iconic 17th hole at TPC Sawgrass, Tiger Woods faced a daunting 60-foot putt with multiple breaks. Most players would have been content to lag it close, but Tiger had other ideas. With thousands watching, he stroked the putt with perfect pace and read. The ball weaved through the undulations, rolling smoothly toward the cup. As it neared the hole, commentator Gary Koch uttered the now famous words, "Better than most." The ball dropped in, and the crowd erupted. That putt wasn't just incredible. It was a defining moment of Woods' dominance, showcasing his unparalleled skill and mental toughness. There you have it. 10 golf shots that didn't just define tournaments, but shaped the sport itself. Some were moments of sheer brilliance, others heartbreaking collapses, but all of them proved one thing. In golf, one shot can change everything. Now we want to hear from you. What's the greatest shot you've ever seen? Maybe it's on this list, or maybe it's a hidden gem that deserves more attention. Drop a comment below. And if you love reliving legendary golf moments, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We've got plenty more coming your way. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.